How do you decide what type of business to start, and how do you do so with purpose behind the business? Hi, my name is Brittany. Welcome to my channel. If you're listening on the podcast, today we're going to be digging into the different types of businesses that you can start. We're going to give you some great examples of what those are, and I'm going to give you some ideas on how to instill or start those with a very strong purpose behind it. Okay, and we're off. We're ready to start digging into the meat of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that if any of this information is helpful, be sure to give us a subscribe, follow wherever you're watching or listening, and thank you so much for being here with me. Today, let's just start by discussing some different types of businesses. Really what I would like to do is use one industry example. For me, real estate investing, that's what I do. So we're going to use the industry of real estate and talk about the different types of businesses within real estate that you could start. Now, as I go through this and give you some examples, I want you to think, what is the industry that you are in or that you're interested in? So for example, maybe it's dogs, maybe it's the beauty industry, maybe automotive, whatever the case might be. For this example, we're going to use real estate and then outline, because that is something that I like and enjoy, these are the different types of businesses that I can start within that industry. And then from there, we're going to discuss how to really build or start a business within that field and build it with purpose. That's the whole thing, or that's the whole reason behind this channel, is just to help people live more purposefully through their business. So we're going to go through the exercises. First, let's go through the different types of businesses. So first will be service-based businesses. This is going to be, for real estate, would be like a service or a real estate agent. So you're servicing clients, you're providing your time in relation to a payment or your income. And so in this case, you're providing a service and you get paid with a commission, but this could also be, say, consulting services or whatever it might be. It's really just utilizing your time. You're not giving a physical product. You're not doing any of that. You're using your time in your business to make the income. And so this could be, think plumbing, think repair services. Those are all different types of service-based businesses. So for my industry, that could be real estate agent. Okay. Moving on, for me, being a real estate investor, this can kind of be coupled in as a service, but also investments can be kind of their own category, I think, because you are, say if you're investing in the stock market or whatever, or if you're investing in real estate through someone like myself who's an operator, you are putting your funds trusted with somebody who's going to go and grow your money for you. So with that, it would be me providing a service by taking people's money and growing it for them. Or if you are investing in real estate yourself and say either passively or going out and doing deals on your own, there's some risk involved, but there is with any business. But I would just kind of settle investments, kind of the in-between. It depends on how you're investing that money. So, products. You can do some physical products, and there's a few different ways that you could go about this as well. So, let's talk e-commerce. You can go out and either create your own products. So if it's for real estate, I could create branded or create real estate designs, sell them on coffee mugs like this, sell them on t-shirts, graphic design, and then create an e-commerce storefront. You could also open up your own storefront, like a physical retail store. This, I've never seen it, and I don't know that it would work very well to do real estate specific, but since we're using that example, that would be the use case, whether you're doing wholesale, you're buying wholesale products and goods and selling them in your storefront, or your own products. Regardless, physical products is another business idea, and say for dogs or coffee or whatever industry that you're in, there is so many different ways to go about doing a physical product store. You can drop ship, you can do wholesale, you can create your own products for me, I did dog bandanas. So creating completely brand new from scratch, designing and testing different materials to build and develop your own products. Those are all different possibilities. Now for products, we're going to talk about kind of coupling service with products, right? And so we're trying to go in depth and open up the ideas within business because you can do so many different realms within service or products. So coupling service and physical good products, you could do creating products for other businesses. So in my case, for real estate agents need banners, they need signs, they need marketing materials. So you could have a business that creates these products. You work with them to create the designs, customize it for them, and then provide that physical good to them. So it's kind of a mix. You're providing a physical product, but you're also a service-based company because you obviously have to have that communication line as you do customization. So next one would be content creation. And we could go in depth on this one. You can do a YouTube channel. If you're watching me on YouTube, that's what we're doing here. If you do a podcast, if you're listening to the podcast, that's also what we're doing here. You could do TikTok. There's so many different areas where you can do content creation, including a blog, including your, Pinterest or LinkedIn. There's so many different social media or online sites in which you could do this, and through that build out maybe affiliate marketing or do brand partnerships. There's a lot of different ways that you can create some revenue streams through content creation or just even paid on viewership. So that gives you an idea of kind of the different types of businesses. Another quick rundown: you have service, investing, products, creating products for businesses, which again is kind of an in-between, and content creation. I hope that gives you kind of an in-depth or gives you some ideas around that. Again, I kind of used real estate as the basis for that, but whatever type of industry you're interested in, make sure to tone it to whatever that is. So that'll be your exercise today, that I want you to really sit down and think about. What is it you're passionate about? What is it something that you can spend a lot of time on? And then which one of those will kind of best match your direction? And as you do this, think about, do you have more time to spend on this, or do you have more money to spend on this? Because doing a product-based business, especially if you're doing wholesale or especially if you're doing a storefront, you're going to need a lot more capital up front versus a service-based business. So keep that in mind as you pursue whichever avenue as far as the different type or structure of your business. Now, how do we bring purpose into the business? This is what we're all about, right? And, I want you to put aside, I don't want you to think about money at all. That's a given. Everybody starts a business with the intent of, I want to make money with this. I want to make a living at it. And I don't care if that's a little bit or you want this to be a multi-million-dollar idea, right? Doesn't matter. Let's put money aside for a minute and let's really look at what's leading you to start this business, and what's the purpose that you want to really instill into your roots of the business to create a bigger purpose. Is that going to be building a community? So maybe for me, I've got my coffee business. That could look like getting community dog hikes together. I'll provide coffee. Let's go on some hikes. That could be going and running events. That's another way of building community. Is it that you really want to have a meaningful impact and change the way people do something or the way people think about something? Something bigger that's more of a gravitational pull and shift in their mindset, or the way that they go about living or doing something. It's going to be something greater than just, if I do this, I'm going to make some income, right? I want you to think bigger. What will customers be left with after they work with you or they purchase with you? So let's think about some companies that do this. Say Patagonia, right? They're an outdoorsy brand, so they're very mission driven on the outdoors and some of their efforts there. Roughwear, they're like another dog. Outdoor dog gear company, and so I actually collaborated with them on a giveaway before, and they were doing a dog adoption program, and because they're outdoor related gear, they specifically were working with hyperactive dogs that needed to find active homes. And so there's so many different ways that you can really structure your business and think, what is the purpose that I want to work towards? What do I want my company to be known for? What do I want to be known for? And then instilling that throughout. So if you watched yesterday's episode, we talked about having a mission statement. That is a great way to start with kind of your idea, but I don't want it to stop there. I want it to be deeper than just a mission statement, because all too often people will set and forget. And so we really want to focus on set and implement. Let's focus on taking action with that. There's so many ways that we can make a difference in the world. There's so many different ways we can make bigger impact. And so because we're entrepreneurs, because we're out there working with so many people, or if you're hiring and providing income for people, there's so many ways that we can really leave an impact on people's lives. And so that's the whole goal here. That's what I'm working towards. And so that's why I started this. I want to make it a goal for myself, but as well as other people out there. I think it's a good goal to work towards. Together we build better communities by doing it. So I'll leave you with a definition of what purpose is. The reason for which something is done or created, or why it exists. So again, what is the reason behind it? We're going to take money out of it. That's a given. Everybody starts it for money. Let's think bigger. Let's think deeper. All right, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, listening. If you have any comments or thoughts, I would love to hear them. I read all of them. And I do have a real estate investing company. If you're at all interested in some opportunities there, please reach out. And we're going to keep pushing some of this content. I'm really excited to keep pushing this, getting it going. And thank you so much for the support. And I want you to walk with purpose, and I want you to grow in grace. If you're faithful at all, that's deep in my heart. So I'm excited that you're here. Let's keep growing. Thank you guys. Have a good one.